Okay. You are now talk to him. Tune in right now.
Okay.
It's Coach Mo. Tune in right now.
Some of this, some of that podcast.
And yeah, we got it.
We're back.
We back.
Peace to Sonic Palace Studio, sound guy Mike, engineer.
Big Mike in the wood.
If you have aspirations of becoming a rapper or you need music, holler at sound guy Mike, Sound Palace Studio. He's the best in the business.
Yeah, he got his porn camera now.
Yeah. Shout out to the porn camera. But anyway, that's another story. Now, Tease, we back. Another episode, 121.
Now we was on for real, yeah.
Some of this, some of that podcast. Yeah. I'm your old man, Coach Mo. We got Latisse over there.
Yo.
As you people can see on the camera, we do have a guest today. We have a guest. Now, before we introduce the guest, I just want to say, you can put your purse down. You stay for a while.
We ain't gonna steal it.
I know you're a black woman. I know how you grew up. I get it.
I might steal it. It's cute. So I said I might steal it. It's cute.
I give it to you. Give me a bag to put my stuff in. I don't know. It's a habit. Like when I go places, I just, it's like just a part of my life.
I got you.
But you stay here.
Yeah.
You're amongst family. But anyway, look. So we're gonna get into the guests. I'm trying to figure out how to intro you because I don't have to write this down because I've been knowing you for a long time.
Exactly.
So, all right, everybody. I've been knowing this young woman for quite some time. Let's just say her sons, Keon and Jamari, were part of my little ones I used to coach at Home and Square, along with my homie Damien and his YBDL basketball league.
Nice.
We're talking over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's how long it's been. But now they're grown men now.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Then you and I, we worked at Amazon for a little bit.
Right.
We worked at Amazon for a little bit.
I forgot you did that, bro.
I did that for a little bit.
When I saw him at Amazon, I was like, oh, I'm good. I got my homie in here.
And
I'm good.
them Amazon nights was fun because on breaks, she would bring me little small bottles of tequila. The little
we got to get
tequila.
through this in some way.
So the little, what was it, 15-minute break, a 30-minute break?
My packages was,
Hey, listen.
Hey, we had to
They got us through it, though.
Got us through them days, boy.
Yeah,
them days was rough.
Man.
So Amazon and then, our social media, we just always stayed in tune. We got tons of mutual friends.
Yeah.
So we always stayed in tune. But then all of a sudden you started to take off with this social media thing.
Yeah.
And this is why I had to bring you on our show, to talk about how you then got in that lane now, Kotera, and now you got to talk to the people about it.
Yes.
So everybody, Kotera Thompson.
Hey, y'all. What's up, y'all? Thank y'all, first of all, for allowing me to be here.
for sure.
But Mo, anytime Mo reached out to me, like, Mo actually helped me because I was getting ready to transition into podcast, and I created a page. And I was like, all right, I'm about to do this because I got something to say. So I created my name, talking to Mo, like, man, we're going to have to collab together. I did do my first show with him.
Yep.
We was talking about polyamory.
Yes, we did. Yep.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yep.
That was fun,
That
and
was
even
a
the
fun
comments.
show. Yeah.
And ever since then, we kept communicating. We never got the chance to do a podcast together, but from there it was like, okay, what am I gonna do? I got back into the work field, and I'm not necessarily a worker. I'm really not, and I've known that for a long time. But I would get jobs that was easy. It didn't seem like work because it was not like you got to come at a certain time. Even though it did, and that even kind of got crazy after a while. It was like, what you mean to tell me I got to leave when you say leave?
Right.
So my cousin reached out to me at the beginning of last year and was like, hey, cuz, you got the personality for this. My brother just made $80,000 in the first 3 months of a year. So I'm like, well, shit.
Right.
What we doing?
Sign me up.
He was like, he on TikTok. TikTok had just rolled out their shop. So I said, okay, well, let me see what's to it. And he shout out to my cousin Travoy because without him, I probably would still be here, but it probably would took me a little longer. But he was like, all right, we're going to do this. So he funded the page. He bought the products at first, you know, for us to promote. We bought a page with the followers at first, and it was going slow. And it wasn't really making no money. And I was like, all right, my people on my TikTok know me because of COVID. That's when I started building it up. But I wasn't into it like every day. So I was like, all right, my people on my page know me. And I had enough followers to do it. So I transitioned over there. And it was slow at first. I would say I didn't really start making money until I got in, I'm going to say February.
Okay.
The money started really rolling in like July, August. And I was like, okay, you know, now I'm getting the groove of it. I'm figuring out the algorithms. I done got flagged, you know, here and there and everywhere. But then at the end of the year, around Black Friday, it's been up from there.
Yeah.
It has been up from there. And I'm just getting into a whole lot of stuff with that. Yeah.
So my question for you is, okay, so when you and your cousin, y'all sat down and y'all talked about the strategy, all right, and I know you said it started off slow. When you decided to, now with your page, the way your page has been booming,
Yeah.
was it consistent since Black Friday, or like has it been like up and down?
Yeah. So when Black Friday happened is when the flow and consistency and followers start happening, the incline. And it was literally 10,000 followers every 3 weeks, another 10, another 10. And it was like really taking off. I'm going to say around March-ish this year, the followers started slowing down, but the money ain't stopped.
Okay.
And that's one important thing that I want to say to people who are looking into getting into content creating, making money on these social media platforms. A lot of people think it's the followers, and it's not. It's your content. Because I've seen people who don't have as nearly as amount of followers that I do, but that money they making, and that's what we want, right? I mean, unless you in it, because it's two sides to TikTok. And I'm gonna just say content creating in general. You have the side where you are promoting the product. Shout out to TikTok.
Okay.
You promoting the product, and you get paid commission, and then there's another side where you get paid off of your followers and likes. Okay. So if you're specifically getting paid off of your followers and your views, then yeah, the followers matter. Okay. Because depending on how many views and likes and shares you get, that's how much money you make. Versus with me, long as you like the sick cup, I'm gonna make my money. Right. So it really just depends. But if this is the aspect you're going in, it don't matter how many followers. You just got to be good on your content.
So I was gonna ask you that. So what do you? So like, if someone asks you, what do? Do you consider yourself just to be like a? Do you say influencer or
no,
content creator?
Yeah, content creator. And you know what? I never really thought about the specifics in that, because obviously I'm influencing you to buy this. Right. So I guess I would be an influencer / content creator. Yeah. Because I do have another page. You know, me and my husband, we do funny stuff. So, and my daughters and things. So I have a page where we do content, like we, you know, do little skits and stuff. So I guess both. I never thought about that.
See.
Yeah. So yeah, automatically it's like, what do you do? I'm a content creator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is now in terms of the content, the products, do they have you? Is it anything contractually? Like, do you have to sign anything? Like, how does it?
No. So now they have this thing called the pilot program. Okay. They didn't have it at first. At first, you could just get in, and as long as you had to have 5,000 followers to get in the program. Okay. And as long as you had 5,000 followers, that's why I said we purchased the TikTok page first, because we didn't, you know, I didn't have that many.
So what's because it's all new to me.
Yeah,
so I'm sorry.
No, please, yeah.
So when you purchase a TikTok page, so what's the difference? Like, so if you got like a regular page where you just looking at everybody else's stuff, and then you can purchase a page to do content or to sell products. It's a different. Okay,
it is a difference. Now I'm not encouraging that. Only because obviously it's people doing it, right? Yeah. It's a lot of people doing it who want to get to the halfway mark of that, because the other part of it where your likes and followers and things matter, you got to have 10,000. Okay. So some people, you know, may purchase and then scale from there. But the problem with purchasing a page is those people don't know you, and this is a true story.
Got you.
We got the page. I don't know whoever built it up, but the original owner, hopefully this don't rough no feathers when I say this, but a young white girl. And so when we bought it, here I am, this middle-aged black woman, and I started and the kids, and it, you know, of all different races, right? Not necessarily just the white ones, but it was the black boys. Was like, how did you get on my For You page? I don't remember following you. And even though they would like it sometimes, but then I would see the numbers and the followers declining. They would go to unfollow the page because it's like, who is this woman? Like, I don't know where you came from, but I know I didn't personally say, let me follow you. So you have to kind of really be careful with purchasing pages because you can run into those types of things. And if you do purchase a page, if you can communicate with the person, let them know, hey, I want to purchase a page that's from somebody between this age, preferably African American, whatever you are, because that way then you won't get that kind of backlash, and then you won't get like violations and things and stuff like that. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, people, it's doable, but authenticity is key. And so that's why when we transitioned to my personal page, it really started taking off because my people knew me. When me and my husband did the duck flower.
I'll never forget that.
That right
that's
there.
That's the one
right
there.
That is the one.
I'm glad I saw y'all make a video the next day because I was worried about y'all. Especially your husband. He was like he was going down.
Oh my gosh.
Can you explain to Tease and the people what the...
Yeah, so the duck flower is... well, my cousin, she frequents Dr. Sabi's compound. And, you know, they do a lot of, like, natural detoxes and cleanses, and the duck flower is one of them. Some people may tell you don't do it because it's poison. However, we jumped off the cliff. And so it's this flower that you get. We bought ours dried. We had to hydrate it, obviously, because it was coming from overseas. But some people can get it like a regular plant. And we soaked it. You eat it, and then you wait. I ate mine first. My husband went to get his haircut. He came back. You know, I recorded the whole thing. He sat down. He like, all right, I'm going to take this. A couple minutes go by. He's like, I don't feel nothing. He's standing on top of the table doing all this dancing. Baby, he belly rolled that. He belly rolled that duck flower in his system so serious because there's no way. He actually started his process before me, and I took mine before him. Baby, when I tell you we was in there with cold sweats, throwing up.
Oh, my goodness.
In the toilet, like, and we would take turns. Like we literally got a hotel room because it's like, all right, we're not gonna tie the bathrooms up at home, you know, with the kids. Even though we got two, which actually would have been better because we had two bathrooms. But we was like, you know, we're gonna take that time to allow ourselves the rest too. We don't have the kids worry about, you know, mom, dad, what's going on.
Right.
We went there. We took that, baby. When I tell you, it did us dirty. His face was so. It did him worse. And my cousin, she even said it though. She was like, a lot of men, it affects them worse than us. One, because we women, we tend to eat a lot better than them anyway. And then two, we have babies, so a little pain and stuff don't bother us. Them, oh my God, that man was calling for his mama.
He was.
He was calling for his mama. It was something serious. But I'm gonna tell you this. When it literally lasts 8 hours. After that 8 hours, it's kind of like you snap and you jump right back. We was like, oh, okay. We knew it was the end of it. We got up and went out later on, and we called ourselves trying to, you know, have a little cocktail, and it wouldn't work because we literally cleansed our system so well that we couldn't drink. And that's why they tell you, like, when you do that, eat some fruits, eat vegetables, hydrate yourself to kind of replenish everything you just released. It was a time, it's so funny because earlier today he was like, you want to do that? I said, don't even say it. No. No, I would not. I can't
believe he adjusted it again. He was on the video. He's like, I think I'm going to die.
Oh, yes.
No. Man, like he was turning all red.
Yes.
Like, man, I'm like, what are y'all doing? But they recorded everything.
I'll show you the TikTok.
Yeah, y'all gotta show me.
We
that.
recorded everything. I had to censor in the beginning of the video. I was like, warning.
Just so you know.
If your stomach queasy, don't watch this because I mean, literally, like eyes blood. He blessed a couple of blood vessels in his eyes trying to throw up because it was serious. It was very, very intense, very intense detox, and that's why they tell you to do it under the, you know, the watch of somebody who's a medical professional. We thought we
gonna just
we thugged it.
Like, we grown, we gonna thug it out. Gonna thug it out.
Take mine before
what's the worst that could happen? You know.
Right. You shit your life away. You know? And I was like, I ain't actually, I guess it's okay if I curse her.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you know, so I don't want y'all to be bleeping things out. But yeah, right? You literally detox. But a lot of things can happen to people who have pre-existing conditions, things like that. So definitely make sure if you're watching this and you're like, you know what, I think I don't want to do that. Yeah. Make sure, you know, you don't have nothing that can knock you off, because it is a very serious detox. Yeah. And I won't be responsible for that.
Hey, absolutely. Yeah. Amen. Amen.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, right. Because they still commenting on that video now. Where'd you get it from? I stopped responding. Yeah. Do your own research.
Google.
Do your own research. Yeah.
So let's see. I'm trying to remember some of your product. So okay, let's get into your products for the women, because I know you promote some of the women stuff. Yeah. Like the I don't know if it was what was it? Something for the poo nanny to make it smell good.
Poo nanny. Okay.
Oh yeah, she got a whole bunch of stuff. So go ahead, let's talk about that.
That is funny, because I get a lot of people saying, "Girl, you really be promoting them coochie pills?"
That's what it is. The coochie pills.
Coochie pills.
Coochie pills, sound God. Coochie pills.
Yes. So, I'll answer the original question too in regards to like contracts and things like that. So when we got into it, you actually have to purchase the products first. You get a few samples here and there, but because they don't know if you're gonna really do what you need to do, right. For the most part, we started out buying some things. And y'all be surprised, it be stuff around the house. Like literally anything you can buy anywhere is on TikTok. So now you can pretty much get products from around the house. But if you do get something for free, the only requirement is that you post within 14 days. Okay. And a little caveat, some people may not know, but you can get a 7-day extension too. Okay. When you get them, just post, you know, your content within those time frames. Make sure you don't go against any community guidelines and you're good. But the products that I get, because I do love health and wellness, I do a lot of health and wellness products. So my cousin who was into it, we used to do TikTok boot camps. And I would take the stuff that I got, my cousin who got me into it and his brother and his girlfriend, because when I tell you, they making money, okay? They pulled up with matching business. I think the business I'm sorry if I said right. Audis is something. They pay cash. Yeah. Okay. Like, so we would go over there with the products and we'll swap, make videos and stuff. So I'm like, cuz I want you to look at my TikTok page, cuz I don't really know if I'm doing something wrong. I know the personality is there, but the sales ain't converting. So he was like, you know, I don't really know. He said, because I'm going to be honest with you, might have to say something outrageous. So I was like, okay, you know me. I'm all for it. But then I thought about it. My sons are getting older. They follow me on TikTok, you know. So he showed me this girl page. He's like, you probably going to have to say something like this. And I was like, oh, shit. I went home. It was some gummies, pineapple gummies, Vital Source Nutrients. And I just got the box. I changed my pajamas and started opening the mail. I was like, all right, hold on. I know what this is. I popped that camera up. I said, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. My coochie used to be sour as hell.
Jeez, when I saw...
Wow. Listen. But when I tell you, and I told the story, like I'm a dancer, and I had the nerve to be out here in the club, you know, popping and locking it. My husband, like, I literally sold that product. That video went viral so fast to the point where you would get comments like, we ain't just gonna skip past the fact that she just said. And it was like, it was cringing at first because it's like, oh my God, did I just say that online? You know what I mean? But then I was like, well, people who know me. You know, I ain't really concerned about that. But then I was like, they don't know you and you trying to make some money. And when I tell you I made a lot of money off that one video, people take that video, it's all over Pinterest. Every time people tag me in it now, I be like, oh my God, I just want to erase this video. Erase this video from the internet, get it out of here. One thing about me, I don't promote nothing I won't use. Because I'm a consumer too. If I don't like it, in the beginning I had a couple of videos where I was like, I got this, I didn't like it. I tend to kind of not do that because what
does that affect your sales? Like if you say like, or the people that like you get products from, do they like become hesitant to give you stuff? So
they don't. Okay. However, I got real strategic with it and I start to say, it's not particularly for me, but we all different. So, you know, if you like this flavor, if you like this and that, I still encourage you to try it. You know? One of them, the Euro probiotics, the little pink ones, they're feminine probiotics, vaginal probiotics that you take orally, and it was booming, right? So I'm like, okay, you know, I'll get it. I'm going to try them. Instant UTI.
Oh, no.
I'm sitting in the car. My back is killing me. I'm like, what is going on? I took it for 2 days. And I go in there and, you know, they tell me that this is what it is. And when I tell you it was horrible because I had never had it, so I'm trying to figure out, like, what is this feeling? Like, babe, we got to go to the hospital. So I got on TikTok, and I started looking at reviews, and so many other women were saying the same thing.
Oh, wow.
So sometimes it's good to be authentic because you don't know who you could be saving from that. But then, of course, you got people who was like, well, it worked fine for me.
Right.
You know, but then when you're thinking about a probiotic and what it does to your system, if you got a pretty good system already and you add all this, it's eating up everything. So now you're really doing yourself a disservice. So that's why I started to get more disclaimery on those types of things because I don't want nobody in the hospital with a UTI.
Right.
However, so what I said was, man, this product works so good. It cleaned out everything, and now I'm going through this, you know, because it really did what it needed to do. It just did it too well, and I took too much of it. So, like, I will say that, but it doesn't hinder, you know, people from giving me more products.
Right.
That particular brand I stayed away from because I ain't trying to figure out if something else gonna do it. Yeah. So I did transition into other ones.
So this is the part of the show where we have Coach Mo PSA.
Oh, God.
So, ladies, right now in this moment, reach down, touch yourself.
Oh my gosh!
Bring your finger to your nose and ask yourself, do you need these gummies that Kotera is selling? If you do, hit her up. All right, watch her video. She'll make your life better.
If you can't pull your panties off and stick them in your nose without flinching.
She said flinching, ladies.
You need this. If you doing this,
PSA. Coach Mo PSA of the day. So, all right, so tell the people, first of all, you've been traveling since you've been doing this TikTok thing. So you done been to California, you done been to Florida, Miami. You just came back from New York, what, yesterday?
Yesterday.
So tell the people now with this TikTok thing, like the traveling, where they fly you out to and what type of events.
Yeah, so like you said, my first one was in Austin, Texas. Okay. That particular one is another one I'm going to at the end of the month, next Thursday actually. But it's a bunch of vendors, like 100 or so vendors, and they section them off, right? If you in health and wellness, we're going to give you all the health and wellness ones. Then they have another one for beauty and fashion and things like that. Okay. But because, you know, health and wellness is kind of my thing, these are the ones I go to, and you go there, and like literally it's like every vendor from every product you see on TikTok giving you free samples. They got drinks, little hors d'oeuvres. They have like a panelist of the top influencers, you know, that's up and coming. They, you know, interview them on what's working for you, what's not, how did you get here, and things like that. And it's really just like a big old party. You get a lot of free stuff. You know, it's like going to the Oscars, but not sitting through the show, but just getting a swag bag. Getting a swag bag, And then I love them because outside of the fact that you get to interact like with your favorite content creators, I was just in Miami last week, and I ran into the girl who inspired me. My cousin showed me her page, and I saw her and I fanned out, and I hate that because, you know, I'm cool, you know, I'm who I am too. But when I saw her, it was just like, oh my God, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like, she really got me to go there. But they give you so much stuff, but you get to talk to the company firsthand instead of you trying to, you know, take it for yourself, figure out this and that. You get to literally talk to the people. Why should I be promoting your products? And then what happened to me in Austin, I was there, and I come with I go podcast on them. I go there as a content creator, but I'll put my microphones on. What up, y'all? It's your girls, KT. Okay. We here at the event. I'm standing here with this brand. Tell them what you got. And literally everybody from around was like, who is that? What is she doing? And so I got people texting me to this day like, hey, I met you in the Austin event. It was in May. I done been to so many events I don't remember. But they come and they want you to succeed. They want you to sell their product. They want to give you this money. They want you to make the commissions and bonuses. So they have events literally every month, everywhere. It just depends on, you know, what field. And you can go to them all as long as you got the numbers and you invited.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go. But New York, one of my favorite brands, I probably shouldn't say that, but that I promoted with, they actually did an ad in Times Square. And I was one of their top sellers, so me and like 5 other girls was in their ad playing in Times Square. So my husband and I flew out there.
Hand claps for that.
We flew out there to see it firsthand. So they was there to, you know, record it all. They took us to dinner in Austin, and then, you know, everywhere, you know, we meet up. So it's a lot of perks to it. Like, I love to travel anyway. So to travel for work, have fun, get paid, like, I love it. It's life.
Would you say that, so like if someone wanted to get into it as a career, would you say it's a solid career? Like, or how long do you see yourself doing it?
I quit my job in February.
Wow.
I ain't looked back.
Okay.
Hand claps. Hand claps.
So when my cousin and I first started, he was stamped up. He the back office. He the CPA, the managing taxes. What LLC you need for this? He's that, and I'm literally the creator, the face of this. And as we was going through it, he like, cuz I don't think it's gonna work. I said, cuz it's either two things gonna happen. Either it's gonna work or it's gonna work.
Yeah.
So what we doing? And he was like, you know what, you just gave me some more motivation. But for me, when it's something I love doing, it's either it's gonna work or it's gonna work.
That's right.
If you gonna let me in, or I'm coming through the window, but I'm getting in here.
But you getting in there.
So I'm getting in here. But it's definitely something that could be a solid career. You literally have to have the passion and the personality for it.
Yeah.
Right. And when I say personality for it, that's really like a blanket statement because it's no right personality, right? People tell me all the time, well, you got the personality for this. Like, you know, you can draw people in. I said, you know how many people get on TikTok and see my videos? I'm like, this girl is too loud. This girl is too ghetto. She is too, you know, and they'll swipe because they want to see calm. They want to see, you know, other sides.
Something for everybody.
Something for everybody.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I wouldn't say don't get discouraged because you feel like you're not out there like that, because there's a lot of people that don't want to see that. They need you. As long as you got the intention, long as you have the creativity to do it, you don't necessarily have to be this grand personality that's out there, you know, blasting it. But it's definitely a lot of money in it.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, that's
definitely
good,
a lot of
I know younger people, and I know someone, this is a couple years ago, and I asked them, like, they were getting ready to get out of high school, and I was like, so what did you want to do? And they was like, I want to be a content creator. I want to be an influencer. And so, you know, I'm old school. I'm like, you better get you a job, you know. But it, like you said, but it is a thing. You know, it's a thing now. And so it's good for people to hear the ups and the downs and how you get into it. Because some of them think they just go on the internet and you get TikTok, and then you're going to get famous, and then you're going to sell stuff. And it's a process. Like, you work hard. Like, it's not just... I mean, it's something you enjoy doing, so it's a different kind of work hard. But like you said, it's a passion, so you still have to do it every day. You just can't you know.
Now the benefit in that too is the content. So I've narrowed it down. Mondays and Wednesdays are my content days. I would literally make lots of videos on Mondays and Wednesdays because the purpose in getting out of a job is to create time freedom. If I got out of a job to be stuck in this every day, working every day, that kind of like defeat the purpose. Except I'm doing it on my own. So I set aside days and times to just make a bunch of content and put them in a draft, and then I'll edit them as I go.
Okay.
So, however, it is a consistent thing because even on days you're not creating content, you should be learning. You should be looking at what's the top products right now, because TikTok will rate you. If you got a bunch of products in your shop that's got 3.5 ratings or whatever, they gonna rate you because now you letting them know you don't know how to pick good quality stuff that the people are looking for. So how can you effectively sell this product if you getting products that ain't nobody buying? Right. So is definitely something that you can get into. I will say though, like, it's not even just content creating, though. It opens up other avenues, right? Because like I said, when I'm at that event, other people are hearing you. Other people see you. And they can go, you know, you may not know nothing about their product. And they'll email you. I see you doing these many numbers. Hey, can you come work for us? Like, so outside of just TikTok, these other things can be coming up for you to do on other platforms. I got a Target affiliation.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yep, I got, you know, when we started protesting Target, it was like, won't be doing that again. Yeah, so to a certain extent, like, I love the money that I'm making. It's great. I don't want to have to go back to work a job, but I stand for what I believe in. Now, my husband worked for Target, so we kind of can't completely get away from it, but I won't be promoting their stuff. Now, I might buy a thing or two. I ain't gonna hold you, but I ain't gonna get on there and be like, because that's actually how I started to doing the fashion part of TikTok. The shorts came from TikTok, and it was just like, I'm gonna start ordering stuff and went in the free stuff, y'all. The free stuff. I came home. I got a big old box of Coochie products from Pink Bible.
Coochie products.
When I tell you,
that's a show title, Coochie products.
Listen, they gave
working
me
title number 1, Coochie products.
Coochie products. Okay, you gonna be out Coochie Pop and make sure it smell good. I come home. I'm expecting that the new gum that they got. That was the something gum where it's supposed to be good to remineralize your teeth. So I'm expecting that package. I'm like, it's a pink. Oh, I know what this. When I tell you I was so excited, they literally gave me one of everything that they have because they sent me their new product, and in that video I was like, look, I'm running out of this, so I showed them. So I think they saw my video. I was like, let's give up. Yeah, and so I love that because then I started getting my sons into it. Now I'm not buying clothes. My kids need mine. See if it's on TikTok first.
Right.
We're going to get it for free. We're going to make some videos from it. There you go.
Okay.
So
That's
the
what's
free
up.
stuff too,
What's up.
I love it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I want to know, what is your most viral video? How many views, or what was the video?
So right now,
Or product.
Right now, I think, I got a couple of them. But the most viral, I think we at like 6 million views.
Wow.
Coochie products.
Coochie products, once again.
Coochie products.
Once again, Coochie sells.
Coochie sells.
Coochie sells.
Coochie
That's the
sells.
bottom line of this episode.
Clean coochie
Clean
sales.
coochie.
Wait.
Yeah.
Clean Coochie sells.
Clean and healthy.
That's
Maybe we should say healthy coochie
Right.
sales. Yeah. So I think this one is the Sheila G honey sticks. So they got honey packs for women. And the way I promoted it, I got in the car. I was like, and if I hit you with that reverse cowgirl, just know my birthday is August 26th. I like to travel, and my favorite flower is lettuce. That video took off because I was a Virgo, and everybody started commenting. This is my birthday, girl. I'm buying this just because. I don't even think they really cared about the honey sticks. But I think that right there is my 6 million views.
6
Nice.
million.
6 million
That's
views.
what's up.
That's a lot of views.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I literally just get on there. I think people think TikTok is so politically correct. Well, I gotta talk like this, man. If you don't get on there and tell these people, because they want to know,
Right.
they like you. When
Right.
you go in the store, you looking, you reading them labels. They want to know. And when I get over here and I hit you with this reverse cowgirl, think better off.
You know what it is.
Because they created a honey pack for women specifically that is going to also help not give you just energy, but it's going to help you with your hormone balance. Postpartum for women who just had a baby, it's going to remineralize the iron and the zinc that you lost. Perimenopause women, so it's going to help you with those hot flashes. Like, it literally encompasses everything, and it's going to keep you wet at the same time.
Yeah.
So
It's a win-win, fellas.
it's a win-win, right? Fellas, and they have Sheila G for guys. It's just like, it's just so much better as a woman, because every product I see on there for men, they be like, all right, we're going to add this, and now you got hyaluronic acid so your skin look good, and then your hair growing. We got the biotin, and it's just like, and y'all just taking creatine, and Maz is doing all of this? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You know? It's
Yeah.
just, it's amazing. I
Yeah.
love it.
That's I need that.
And my last thing before we move on to the topics, you have a content creation room, don't you?
I do. So my cousin, I was like, all right, I got to take this serious. And I think that's when everything really started taking off. And it's really important, too, to see your vision and make it plain, but also be mindful that as stagnant as you are, that's how stagnant your success is going to be. So I was making videos in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And after a while, I was like, okay, a room across from me is boxes in there from when we bought that house 3 years ago, and them same boxes been sitting. It's like a junk room. I'm like, all right, I got to get serious about this. I cleaned that room out, turned it up, put the curtains on there, all stuff I got from TikTok, and I literally set it up and turned it into my content creation
That's
room.
what's up.
And when you pour into yourself, it gives back. And ever since I started doing my content in that room, it just became, more and more attractive. People want your background to be, they don't want to see your bed, They want your background to be catching too.
Yeah.
So that content room really, I feel like it really helped rev up the success in what I'm doing.
That's
Okay.
what's up.
Yeah.
So before we wrap this up, give the people two like, I don't want to say life lessons, but give the people like two things who somebody to watch this and be like, hey, you inspired me, but just give them two things to tell people who want to do this.
Okay. One of my favorite, I don't know if you want to say quotes or mantras that I love to tell people in any situation is, all you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough. Because a lot of people are like, man, I tried to do this and I want to do this, and they feel like a failure, like success isn't happening. And it's like, if you can literally sit yourself down and say, I literally did everything that I could to try to make this work, then don't feel bad, because obviously that's not the lane right now, or you just need to pivot. So it's like, make sure you redirect your mind and how you think, because delayed is not denied.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite things to do. And then 2, do it scared. Do it scared. My cousins and I have an event coming up next weekend. It's a Do It Scared masterclass. So it's going to be a bunch of women coming together talking about how we jumped out there on faith.
Do it scared.
We did it, and we did it scared. And TikTok, I literally, did it scared. I knew I didn't want to work. I did not like my job. I loved my job. It was easy. But I knew that it was taking the time away from me creating my daughter's YouTube channel. I want to be in media. It was taking time away from that. So it's like, you know what? I'm setting this date. I'm quitting my job, and the money I'm making now is just it can only amplify because now I have more time, to dedicate to it. So do it scared, y'all.
Do it scared.
He used to say that all the time. Dante used to say that all the time too.
Do it scared.
Do
He
it
did.
scared.
He sure
Yeah.
did. He
He used
sure
to say
did.
that.
Do it
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah.
Okay, Sal, let me get a rewind. Now, I think you posted something on your Facebook page. Maybe it was last week or the week before. Something about men being in their feelings. About what was it? What was
Ciara
it? Okay, so
and
now,
her baby daddy drama.
So look, we just had last episode. We just talked about
We did.
Ciara changing Lil Future's name to Wilson, and we was like, we figured. I said I think she did it because of XYZ of reasons. She didn't want the boy to be in school and have a whole nother name. And she's a Wilson. Her husband's a Wilson. So
All
I
the other
think maybe
kids
she did it for
Wilsons,
those reasons. I'm asking you because I saw your Facebook post. So, what do you mean by men being in their feelings? What's going on? What are the comments you see?
Okay, and maybe they say your environment is a company, a combination of the company you keep. So maybe I'm just around a lot of negative Nancy's. But literally all of the men that I see, she got the nerve, and she was with this person and this person, and how she just gonna take his name. All this bitter baby daddy type talk. It's very annoying because a real grown man, I feel like, and take that how y'all want, is not gonna be pressed at the fact that this woman moved on. She got a husband. They started building a family, right? This ain't no random guy. You know what I mean? And she didn't take his name away. She just added it.
I just
So
said the
everybody
same
keep
thing.
being mad at the fact that she gave her husband's name, who's there, who's supportive. You know what I'm saying? But had she did that with a random nothing nobody got,
different.
then they
Yeah.
gonna still be talking about
That
it.
part.
You got the nerd and this ain't got no money and you just flopping all over her. Y'all so bitter. First of all, man, your tax bracket.
Okay.
Because your pocket don't even allow you entry into this conversation anyway, with your panties in a bunch.
Pennies.
The fact it's like we damned if we do, damned if we don't. Like we get a good man and we move on, and life is flourishing and it's good. They mad at you for doing that. You stay with the bums and the broke niggas, like they say, and they mad at you for that. It's like at this point, CC, do your big one, have another baby,
Yep.
call him foreign exchange Wilson. I don't care what you call him.
Yeah.
You got a husband, y'all making it work. He love you down, but we not talking about future 1,200 baby mama stuff.
I said the same
Y'all
thing.
mad at her, but y'all ain't addressing the fact that this man is a serial baby daddy. He a serial baby daddy.
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
I said the same thing. I think to me, the underlying issue, it ain't the last name. It's the woman that's moved on, that's happy. And not that she moved on to a man that loves her out loud in a way that women would love.
Yeah.
And because you didn't really see that with her in Future, and the guys who align with Future's type of thinking.
Absolutely.
Those are the ones who panties are in the bunch.
I was gonna say, and those
and
are the ones.
And those are the ones who are upset because she's moved on. That's why I said last week, either do you want ladies to move on or do you want them to stay stupid?
Baby, they want to wear their thongs on Thursdays and get their booty holes played with by their best friends.
They
at
do.
home.
They want to spread eagle.
Wait, time out.
It is. It's a thing.
Hold on.
It's
Say
a
that
real
again.
thing.
They want to wear their thongs on Thursdays and get their booty holes played with by their best friends on Fridays.
Whoa.
Cause ain't no way you got your thongs in the bunch like this. It
So
just
why does it matter that
just
much?
make it make sense to me.
Why does it matter that much? Yeah.
All right, so I gotta be the devil's advocate because
course.
I'm the only man up here.
They
Okay.
want that Freddie Gibbs.
You don't gotta be, but
The who?
You remember? You remember that video? Freddie Gibbs. Y'all remember that?
Spready Gibbs.
Spready
Spready
Gibbs.
Gibbs. That's what they was calling him.
Lord.
So look, okay, I'm just listen. Y'all need to be honest. Okay. When you see a dude like Russell Wilson and Future, be honest. Is he the type of guy that Ciara would, just be honest, that would always look for? Is Russell Wilson or Future? Because I know when I look at Russ Russ don't come off as that, hood, of course, guy, whatever. Russ gives you that clean cut dude. However, she was with Future because that's what she liked at first.
Mm-hmm. She was younger.
If Russell wasn't who he is, would she be with a guy like Russ?
I believe so. I'll let you go.
No, I completely agree. And like you said, and you let me go. I don't want to take your point, but it's called growth.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We can't stay at high school level and we elevating, one, in our careers, two, in our mental capacity, right? Mm-hmm. We can't call ourselves elevating but still doing the same thing. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people stay stagnant in what they're doing, because when you know better, you got to do better. Absolutely. And a lot of people don't want to do better. And so it's like once you start growing and growing into different avenues of your life, you got to upgrade. You ain't necessarily got to upgrade. You don't even attract those things no more. Mm-hmm. So those Futures and all of those other people, that's not even attractive no more. Mm-hmm. And then you got to think too, at some point we make connections off of trauma bonds. Mm-hmm. She ain't no telling what space she was in mentally, because I believe she was with 50 at a point too.
Yeah.
Bow Wow.
Bow Wow. So if she healed those parts of her that was attracted to those guys and that no longer serves her, why are we worried about her elevator? Mm-hmm. Why can't she have that? Mm-hmm. Why do you have to continue to subscribe to this type of person when it ain't you no more? Mm-hmm. So I think she would. It's elevation.
Too. Yeah. I think everything she said, I mean, it's a part of elevating. It's part of growth. Like what you wanted when you thought you wanted when you were a teenager, even in your early 20s, if you were dating in a different, and then she was a mother too. So that whole thing changes how you're gonna date someone. And she doesn't,
Absolutely.
She was looking for. I'm sure she was looking for and praying for someone that was going to be a good role model for her son.
She said it's a Ciara prayer. Remember?
And I want to say this too. When we're talking about the Futures, I don't want to say it's not so much necessarily a hood dude thing, because it's some hood dudes that are the sweetest guys you ever meet. They are sweetest guys you ever meet. So it's not even so much that because of the difference of like a hood type of dude and like a clean cut, because it's some clean cuts that'll run you through that have you in a mental home. You know what I'm saying?
They just look good on the outside.
They just look good on the outside and be horrible. Yeah. So I mean, it's just I just think that she attracted where she was. It was a different kind of energy, and I think Russ, they just came together at a good time. I think that, who he is, it gave her access to him, but I think that type of guy like that, his what he stands for.
Is he corny?
He's not corny to me.
Is he lame?
I mean, I don't honestly, I don't know the man like that. Like, I hear what everybody else say. Mm-hmm. I'm not an athletic person, so I don't follow like football. Mm-hmm. I don't follow his career. But what I do know of him, I know on paper and according to what's being said, this is the prototype of what you would want your son to be like versus, the counterpart, So, but lame is good. Lame is good.
It's so right. I consider myself lame half the time, but
I wish I could have asked y'all this 25 years ago.
And that's probably why. That's why Ciara upgraded from Future to now.
Difference
because you ain't asked her this 25 years ago.
Because to me, corny and lame, like corny is RG3.
Okay.
He's corny to me because he acts goofy. Yeah, okay. I don't think Russell Wilson acts goofy.
Russell is grown.
Russell is grown, and he's just a good old wholesome Christian boy. I mean, that's all he is.
Who love to wrangle his wife clean coochie.
Yes.
And have babies with her.
He loves it.
Well, he definitely
he lives in there.
He lives there. If he play football through there.
Yes.
And he tells her that too, like publicly.
And he want
more.
I saw a video with Russ and Ciara a long time ago. This was like, I don't know which baby it was on, but they was getting dressed. And I'm like, don't be fooled by his outside, because I can tell Russ got a little rough on him because she was taking so long. And that's the first time I heard Russell Wilson cuss. He was like, okay, see, he's like, bring your ass or something like that. He said it was like she was like, okay, babe. She got up out of there, and I was like, I'm like, yeah, he's there, but I don't know he be he put that foot down.
I don't think he let her, and that's the thing, right?
He's alpha.
He doesn't let her run over him, and she don't want to.
Absolutely.
And she don't want to because of the way he carries himself, because of the way he treats her. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, you know what? I could dig this. Mm-hmm. I can have 4-5 babies with her.
Yes.
But I'm glad you just said that, because this reminded me of something too. They mad at her for getting with her husband, having more babies and all of that. But what if she was Cardi B?
Uh-oh.
Now I want to know what y'all saying about Cardi B, because she got a husband having a baby by the same man constantly, and they living their life. But Cardi B on.
Well, she got a baby by somebody different now.
And I ain't knocking Cardi B at all. I'm just saying they're gonna say something anyway.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
she a bird though.
Oh, Cardi B, yeah. She is a bird.
It's a little bird behavior.
I'm just gonna say it.
It's a little eagle, little pigeon.
But even in her defense, look at where she came from. Look at her, her background. Like,
so again, it goes back to y'all point. When is she gonna elevate?
But she may not. And
I think in her mind,
I
think she did. Like
She clearly has a type. Let's just be 100. She has a type.
But she
has a type.
Cardi is
type of dude.
Now Cardi is a hood girl. She's a hood girl.
And she don't mind being a baby mama.
And she hasn't grown from that mentality yet. That's all. I think she got in the industry. She been around love and hip hop, and I think she was around Offset. What's funny is I don't think. She said she liked Offset because he was real family. Like he was real family oriented, and his family was solid. He was a good, he was different. Is what she said than the other guys. So it's funny that, whatever they didn't work out, whatever. But I think they were just young. But I just think I think she's still young minded. That's all.
Yeah, but she is young. How old is she?
She in her early 30s, I think.
Listen,
maybe.
Cardi B,
she might be like really early 30s, like 31 or something.
If Cardi starts saying that Ciara prayer and transition her life, they're gonna be talking about her too.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be like this hoe transformed into a white.
Forever, once a hoe, always a hoe.
Throwing Thursdays. That's all I'm gonna say. You a throwing Thursday type of nigga.
We need Cardi B to find her Russell Wilson.
Now we don't, man. Look,
maybe
that's her business. That's her. Hey, but so you see how you just said that? Is you gonna tell Future he need to get himself together and stop being a serial baby daddy?
First of all, I think he is a terrible father. I do, and I may not know him, but my thing is, Ciara, a long time ago did an interview on the Breakfast Club, and I think somebody asked her about co-parenting. She laughed. She chuckled. Now we all know when a black woman chuckles when somebody asks her a certain question, that's saying, because of who I am, I ain't gonna talk about this other black man publicly like that. I ain't gonna go there. Next question.
Right.
Yeah.
So that lets me know right there, he might not be the greatest fathers.
But she ain't the only one.
And she ain't the only one that's kind of was like, this dude is a deadbeat. So, Nick Cannon, I have thoughts about them.
Well, Nick Cannon said he has he's been diagnosed with. It's something with narcissism, but it's he has a diagnosis that has some kind of he's a chronic narcissist, and
so that causes you to knock every chick up that you meet.
Hey, this is that man's words. He said that's what
I
he
call
was
bullshit.
diagnosed with a couple years ago, and he said he that was a part of the decisions he was making is because he felt like he was always right, and because he is who he is, who could tell him different. And
listen.
I know he's telling you what he said.
I know he's rich. I know he has the means to financially provide for all those kids. But here's my thing: you will never be able to give all those kids the type of attention and fatherhood that they deserve because they all over.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You'll never be able to do that.
Exactly. Yeah. Somebody gonna feel left behind. Somebody gonna feel like they got less. And that's the most important part. And so this is the part of me, and me and my husband have a back and forth about this all the time, this man and woman role thing. And I'm probably gonna forever be one of them women that stand up for equal rights to a certain degree, because it's like, to hold me as an example as a woman to a certain standard, but not y'all is diabolical, because you'll say, well, you can't have so many partners, right? But if we got a bunch of Nick Cannons and Futures rolling around here, hopping from here to here to here to here, then we got a bunch of baby mamas. But then y'all mad at us when these Negroes got this mind, this thought process to be serial baby daddies. And so at the end of the day, unless all
serial
women, serial baby daddies is diabolical. But unless all women just be like, all right, woman, we standing in solidarity. We realize this nigga right here, don't give him no coochie. And keep doing that, over and over again to change the trajectory of what's happening. That's unrealistic, right?
Change the standard.
But you give us this, you hold us to this higher pedestal. but not yourselves. But when y'all doing this, like, come on, y'all gotta hold some type of accountability for that.
They're never gonna do it.
I know they're not.
I always say that because Moses know. I always say, even our group chats, I'm like, men run the world. You do. Not say that we submit to it, to all these ideas, but you guys make all the decisions. You make the wrong ones. Okay, I mean you control the world. So if you want to see these different things, then y'all change it. Y'all can change the serial baby daddy mindset. Y'all can stop doing it. But there are not if not enough guys align to that, then
you know why? Because there's too much toxic box in the world, and that's what men love.
Yeah. And I was gonna say,
from the beginning, that's been y'all downfall.
And it says with you on the sister girl, but I really think it's our responsibility to change that because if we stop giving it to them, they ain't got
I
no
agree
reason.
with you.
They ain't got no choice.
No, I agree with you. There.
Everything they do is for us.
Sure.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
We control that.
I blame the
I'm
coochie
just
gummies.
talking about in general. When they complain about the type of women and stuff, I'm like, but there's a thing that you guys can control. That you can control yourself.
Let them tell it.
You can control you can stop doing this. You don't have to do all that. You guys set the standard, quote unquote, of what's right and wrong. So set that. What's wrong with setting that standard? But you're absolutely right. I don't listen.
But
you can't. If we don't give it to you, you don't have it.
I was about to say you do know it takes two to have sex.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
but I'm talking about the idea of the double standard. It's not, women didn't make that. Men made it a double standard.
Men made that.
So if men wanted to not be a double, you can change that if y'all wanted to.
You're right. But I'm going to be honest. There's no way around double standard. Unfortunately, it's just what it is.
But
I get what y'all saying.
Yeah.
But it's always, I'm not saying, I have a daughter, so I get it. But at the same time, it's always going to look, a female always going to look away if she got a whole bunch of bodies.
Unfortunately.
Versus a dude who got a whole bunch of bodies.
But
unfortunately.
can I
I'm not saying y'all wrong.
No.
But it's just what it is.
It's what it is.
But I got a question for you. So because y'all want us to hold ourselves at a high pedestal, right? You shouldn't have this many bodies. But do y'all really want us to do away with that double standard? Because if we really did away with it, y'all wouldn't have all of this extra coochie. So it's like, damned if we do, damned if we don't. If we do start setting standards and being like, I ain't giving no money, no coochie to this guy, that guy, we're not going to be throwing all over the place, then it's like, damn, y'all hold it back. But then if we don't, it's like, oh, you a hoe. But you was just in this whole coochie and enjoying it.
Which
and
one do you
swiveling
guys
around
want?
like.
Well, hoes got good coochie. That's what they say. That's what they say.
No,
I wouldn't know. Okay.
But they really don't. It's just like they just want to be able to point the finger because if we really start changing the things that they are getting on us about, they ain't going to like it.
Absolutely.
They're going to be like, okay, look, we were sorry. We didn't mean to count your
It's
body
the
count.
double
Go back.
standard. Yeah. But because I always say that, I always say guys are so many ran through guys.
Oh, gosh.
That's
please.
So
our
many ran
favorite
through.
line.
I love, and
That's
you know
our
what I
favorite
found
line.
out? Guys get offended when you call them ran through. It's the funniest thing.
Because they don't think they could be ran through.
Yeah, I've talked to a guy before, and I was like,
Because there's no such thing.
I was like, you ran through, huh?
There's
Like,
no such thing
he
as
for the
guys
streets,
that ran
sis.
through.
You for the streets.
He for the streets.
Baby, he got mad. I was like, but
You said he for the
He
streets.
for the streets.
For the streets.
We're going to start putting them in group chats. Y'all see this nigga right
For
here?
the
Y'all know he for the
streets.
streets. Start circulating
He
these
for the
pictures around.
That was the app one like a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Or felt like a couple months ago. That
The
was
T
like
app?
The T
The
app.
T app, yeah. Is
Now, I
that
think
still a
it's still
thing?
going. I never
got
got into it
either.
Yeah, but I never requested, but I kept hearing about it.
Yeah.
And I would see screenshots. Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, I seen a couple screenshots.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, look.
But that's a dangerous app though too, because if
It is.
It got pe-
anybody
it got-
could lie though.
They
Yeah,
can.
it got
And I've
people
seen a
hurt,
couple of
too.
people on there
Yeah.
It
that
got
was
people
not
hurt.
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sound, let me get a rewind. One more topic. So I got a buddy. All right, she'll send me a message or text like, you and Latice need to talk about this on y'all pod. So I said, okay, we will one day. But I was waiting on like another person, a guest, to come on here. You probably perfect for this. So she said, this is her theory. She said, when it comes to being married, she says that a marriage should be a year-to-year contract. Meaning, after one full year, you both should be able to go to the table and say, do I want to renew this contract? And she said the reason being is because, one, every year is different. People change throughout the years. And she was like, honestly, you may just not want to be married again for another year to that person. You may just want to just break the contract. So I said, okay, I'll ask the question. I never really thought about that because when I think of contracts and renewable, I'm just thinking like from other point of views.
Business.
But when it comes to marriage, I just never really thought like, hey, all right, our contract ends March 31st.
Right.
So now we need to sit down and figure out,
Renew.
do we want to renew this?
Yeah.
But she was saying like, she thinks that more than often people probably think about that, but just never verbalize it when they've been in long marriages or just got married.
Yeah.
So I'll start with you. What you think about that?
So I've been seeing this topic come up a lot on social medias. And I haven't given too much thought into it, but when I see that, I do have an opinion about it. I don't, if you got a year to year, baby, don't get married. Because literally, a lot of people, when you think business, right? Because marriage is a partnership, it's a business as well. You coming into this to grow, and excel together. But most people make business in 5-year plans. Like you got to give yourself time, to grow and see the different changes. So if that is something you want to do, first of all, if you're looking at your marriage in the sense of, I'm finna set a time frame to revisit this to see if I'm gonna get out or not.
In 5 years?
1 or 5 years.
Okay.
In general, to see if I'm gonna get out or not, then that's probably not for you because the purpose of marriage is longevity. Right? Now, if you wanna say, okay, within this time frame, because we do change, right? The things you like today, you don't like. Ciara, Future, and Russ, right? You may not like that no more. So I think it is important to have a conversation to say, hey, babe, this is where I am right now. I don't like this anymore. I think I'm starting to like this. I want to see how this goes, and things like that. And as a partnership, as a marriage, this is where you both come together. And he says, all right, babe, well, let's go. Let's give you the space to do that. Let's see how this works. And then he comes with his. And you say, all right, let's go. Let's see how this goes. Because just because I went to a pottery class today and I found it interesting, right? As I keep going on, it may not be something I want to continue to do. So let's say after 1 year, you sat down and I said, babe, I took this pottery class and I like that. And you hate clay, right? Now you done left me, but then 2 more classes, I would have found out that I don't really like this like that no more either. And now you just gone for something that I was trying to evolve in that I may not like, but it's a new thing to me. So if it's that serious in a sense of year to year, baby, don't get married. And even after 5 years, if you gon' just be like, all right, this is I'm going to stay or I'm going to go, I still don't think that's necessary. That should be more so on the, okay, let's figure out how we can map this out. We can ride this wave together. How I can allow you to be an individual, explore that part of you. You allow me to be an individual, explore this part of me. And then we figure out how to support each other in that. So,
what you think, Teef?
I'm not married, but I agree. If I was married, I don't want to revisit a contract because I if I'm gonna get married, it's gonna be for longevity, and so obviously, life we go through changes. So your 30s just a certain way. Obviously, if I get married in my 40s, 50s gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? Your body's gonna be different. It's just gonna change. That's what nature does. So obviously, like she said, we have to reevaluate how do we still stay together? How do we still partner? Because it's different now. We're not the same anymore. So. That's what I want us to revisit. Is if we're gonna revisit something yearly, baby, what can we do different? Like, are we good? You know what I'm saying? What do revisit those type of things to make sure our union is still strong. But just revisiting or whether or not I want to support somebody else, that's not. I don't. If I'm having even an inkling of that, I don't want to get married. That's just me personally. So if I'm gonna get married, I want to be. That's my lifetime partner, and we just gonna ride this thing out, and we're gonna go through the ups and the downs. I mean, I think you have to have those conversations now, especially when you're older, of what your idea of that marriage is and what it looks like, because you need to let me know up front, like, I don't know, I want to marry you now, but I might change next year. Okay, so you wait
red
for
flag.
If you feel like you're going to change already.
Red flag.
Baby, you know what? I'm glad you told me that, because that means me and you we're not aligned. So, you have to be honest and have that conversation of what marriage looks like for you, to me.
And I do want to throw in quickly is foundation, right? Set the foundation first. All right, what is our foundation going to be? And then let's grow on that. But obviously, and I'm going to say this, even though it's common sense, but a lot of common sense ain't common. if it's something that's detrimental to you, if it's something that's going to cause you, to have a mental breakdown, if it's abuse and things like that, obviously you ain't got to talk about that. Like that could just be something
absolutely
you can get on. But if it's an addiction or a habit or something that's totally opposite from what y'all are used to, I feel like it's something worth communicating about as an adult and coming to an understanding to support each other.
So for me, I don't agree with it because I'm more in old school. How I was brought up is for the long term, and then also, if God forbid, if I'm not married and I get divorced, I'm never getting married again.
I'm never getting married again either.
And I tell people because I've invested too much time and years. I'm not finna do this all over with a whole nother person.
Yeah.
And again, I don't really like everybody like that. So with me, I'm just the type of person, I can date you, but I probably won't never long term be anything with you.
No commitment.
Because I don't know if I'm gonna trust you like that.
Yeah.
So that's why for me, the whole contract thing, that ain't gonna work for me.
Right.
So if I'm gonna ride it out until one of us in the dirt.
Right.
That's really it.
Been doing it this long, might as well,
exactly.
right?
So I'm that's just how I feel. I know some people may agree, and that may be after 5 years, let's revisit this. Because I do think nowadays there's a certain movement in this world and social media that people are moving away from the idea of marriage and the idea of monogamy. People are moving into the idea of let's be together forever. We don't have to sign no papers. And then let's bring somebody else into this relationship. Which, if that's what you want to do, that's cool. But for me, I just feel like that we're not going anywhere. Like, I mean, I know it ain't just about sex and the threesome, but I don't want nobody else in. Like I ain't got that much energy to take care of two people. I just don't. Yeah. And then I feel like this movement towards away from marriage, and I still say, again, sometimes it starts at home, what you grew up with, and then also what you see that's being presented to you every day, whether it's from a book, TV show.
It's an agenda.
So I think it is.
Let's call it what it is.
I think it is. I really do think it is.
Yeah.
But that's just my 2 cents.
I was going to say, just as a piggyback off of it, this is just my spiritual thinking. It's an agenda. It's a way to disrupt the family, the
structure,
the family structure.
Yeah.
Because history has proven strong family structure. Definitely ours.
That's
definitely
the thing,
ours.
because that's not being promoted nowhere else for real.
Because
it's our
strong
family structure that is being promoted.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
History has proven strong families are good for our communities. Have worked well for most communities and definitely for ours, and building a strong foundation for our kids. Without that, we kind of have what we have now. We have disarray. We have, we do. It's our community is disrupted, and it's not because, even though like you have dads that are not in the house to take care of their kids, obviously, or women that's not in the house. I mean, that may, it could be, and the dad is taking care of the kids. But it's just, it's different when everybody is together. And even if you're not together, it's just, the community sense is just gone.
Yeah.
And they see this clique thing, and it's like you said, they see the neos and people with it, and they glamorize it, and then they don't really know behind these people are broken.
They arguing. They don't like it, but they like the money, the fame, the clothes, the trips, the travel.
Yes.
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, that's literally what happens. And then you'll see another person. Well, what happened to the other girl? Yeah, because that stuff ain't always cracked up to me.
I be saying, like, because I'm like, you can't even afford one woman.
Exactly.
So what makes you think you can afford 10? You gonna be poly with no job? It's crazy to me. Or with one, or regular salary? How?
Or even to the point of saying, well, it's not about sex, but it's about building, and we all putting this together. I'm gonna tell you,
it's about a whole bunch of pH balances off.
Me and you gonna figure it out.
Need her coochie coupons.
Exactly.
Need her coochie.
And that's only gonna help so much. That's only gonna help so much.
Some coochie gummies in that
Some
relationship.
Gucci gummies. Yeah. That's what when I see poly, I be like, oh, they always are. I mean, because that it's a real thing. I'm like, this is.
I'm gonna just be honest with you. I think polyamory is a mental illness. And I'm sorry. And I'm saying that. I say that in a joking manner.
Yeah.
However, I'm not joking, because I feel like for women, right? Because we're natural nurturers and lovers, I feel like for a woman to say that, she got hurt somewhere.
Absolutely.
And she don't want to be there. For a man to say that, he got hurt, possibly touched somewhere, and he trying to overcompensate. Now he trying to overcompensate with all of these women to show he's masculine, right?
Yeah.
Or he's lacking. He got self-esteem issues and things like that. So that's why I say it's funny the way I said it, but I really feel like that's a mental thing.
Absolutely. I totally agree. You're being greedy. Let's be honest. You really can't please. You can't. And I'm not talking about it sexually. You really. God's focus on trying to make their wife or their one woman happy is enough. Ain't no way you're making 5 different women happy. I just know you're not. Somebody's going to know that somebody's going to feel that disconnect.
The disconnect.
Because women know that when your guy is cheating, you know, like, he doing something. I don't know with who, but he's something.
And they act like they know it. But what it is he's not pleasing 5 different women.
He's not.
Those 5 different women are appeasing to his 5 different insecurities.
Are those different things that he's
now
lacking?
this person is appealing to his insecurity of short man complex. This person is appealing to his insecurity of lack of funds. This person is appealing to
Being
his
a dummy.
childhood insecurity. Yeah, and so now you got these people to stroke your ego.
Absolutely.
Today is your turn. I'm feeling like I'm missing my mama because back in the day. So now I need you to come over here and nurture me.
Big
All right, I'm
facts.
cool on that. I feel my dick ain't 10 inches. It's about 5.5. So I need you to be able to take what I'm giving you.
Well, that ain't his fault.
And
That may just be genetic.
It might just be genetic, but,
I mean, that ain't his fault.
it's not his fault. But that don't mean he don't feel a way about it. That don't mean he don't feel a way about it, you know?
But the way you said it, you was like,
Because-
like he should get a check for it. Like he had disability.
No,
That's how you
I was just giving examples of the
Okay,
different
okay.
the different reasons why
Yeah.
men attract other different women.
Absolutely.
Because if we say, I want a man for this, a
I got
man
you.
for that. Now they don't got us. Y'all don't got us. What the hell? You a hoe.
What the
And
hell?
now it's in
What the
there.
hell?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, why not?
The hell, y'all?
Babe, you don't like to fix the car. Now I don't want to pay for a mechanic. He changed oil.
Oh.
He know how to fix the roof. You know what I'm saying? He got a little bit more money than you. If we
Listen.
doing this, like, let's be for real, and these are just the things. And so that's what I mean by polygamy just appeals to the insecurities or the lacks that you have. And
believe
instead of
that.
completing yourself, you go out here and get all of these people to fix your brokenness. And you're
She
still
preaching.
broken.
She preaching.
She
preaching.
Sal, let me get a rewind. Man. hit the teeth.
Oh, boy.
Yo, Tease, talk to him.
Kotera, this is the part of the show before we wrap. We always ask every guest this question. Give us your top 5 R&B artists.
Ooh.
I know who one of them is.
You said,
We're gonna get
ooh.
into it before, but I know who one of them is. But save him for last.
No, you can't say. Okay,
Oh, see,
okay. I'm gonna just say them in no order.
Okay,
And
all right.
look, in random order.
Okay.
I was at TNT the other day, and the security guy asked us this. Luther Vandross was playing, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm only 38, right? But I did grow up listening to a lot of old school, music. So I'm not new to Luther Vandross and Marvin Gaye and all of them. However, that wasn't particularly my era. So when I think of it, those names wouldn't come up, but that doesn't mean that that they don't fit in, right? It's just not what I listen to every day. So because the guy Luther was playing and he was like, he asked us and we go, R. Kelly is good.
Right.
Tank is good. Usher is
Right.
good. Chris Brown is good.
Oh, look how she said that camera. Look.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, my man.
Don't get her started. Oh, Lord.
But you don't, for us, we don't think Luther. But when you think about Lil Luther and Big Luther, man, the vocals, the range, the difference at Charlie Wilson, right? I love Uncle Charlie and the Gap Band, So for me, it's those people because I listen to them every day, but I don't want to exclude the originals, Michael Jackson, So if we're going to go Mike, Kels, Chris, Usher's good.
More.
I love Tank.
Damn, that's a nice
Tank
five.
is my.
Yeah,
Tank is my.
that's my
my
car
man,
ride.
my
That's
man,
my
my
road
man.
trip. Okay,
Yeah.
That
I
ain't a
seen
bad
him
five.
too
That ain't a
many
bad five.
Then Jamie Foxx, like
Yeah.
Bad five.
on top of the other one. So yeah, that's if I had an 8-hour road trip, that's who we listening to.
So give me your Mount Rushmore, your 4 all-time performers.
Chris Brown,
Chris Brown.
Look, y'all, because he know how much I love this man. He do. It's almost toxic because I love my husband too. It's a very toxic relationship.
I've seen so many husbands saying that they like making jokes about it. They
I
was
know,
like, she going to see her man.
Look at us,
She
talking about
going
Chris
to see
Brown.
her man.
I seen him twice on tour, and I'm gonna see him again before he leaves.
Lord have
wow.
mercy.
I guess to see him one more time, but all jokes aside, the man is an amazing performer.
Yeah, he's great.
I have not. Neo was a great dancer before. That used to be one of my dreams because I like to dance. But Chris Brown has really elevated his game. And then you got, Beyonce. Of course, she gonna put on a great show. And I ain't gonna lie, I think Chris is topping her. Usher is a good performer. I didn't get the chance to see his Vegas residency. I saw him when he came out. And I'm gonna just be honest, and even his Super Bowl, because I was an Usher fan, die hard before Chris. But when I saw his performance here, it was like, oh, that was good. When I saw Chris, I was like, I gotta see that again. But let's take into account the age difference. Right?
I was gonna say
Usher got a lot more skin in the game.
Yes.
So
because I'm older than you, so we don't bash Usher around here.
Let me tell y'all something. Charles Porter, one of my boyfriends in high school, my mama best friend's son, she let him in the house to wait for me my senior year, and he was sitting at the computer desk, and he was like, "Come here, sit down. I got a surprise for you." That man changed the screensaver and said, "I deleted all your Usher pictures." Ha 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 ha.
Wow.
Baby, I put him out that house so fast and broke up with him. I had 4,378 pictures on that computer.
See that?
And he played. He was like, "What are you talking about? I didn't delete. Get your ass out of here because that joke wasn't funny."
Right.
So when I say I was a diehard Usher fan, I was breaking up for niggas over there. Like I'm real life delusional in my head. So it's no Usher bashing
No, I'm just bothering
on here, but.
Yeah.
We do have to say that, right?
Yeah.
People will say Chris Brown is better than Usher, but let's see Chris Brown at Usher's age.
Right.
And let's see how that,
Right.
so Beyonce, Chris Brown,
Usher,
dance performances. I don't think I've seen anybody else. I would love to see Ciara though, since we're talking about her. I feel like she would put on a great show, but I haven't seen anybody else all over, right? Singing, dancing, just whole
like
set.
those three.
I didn't realize
would
that
be my
last year
three.
was, I think, when she went on tour with Missy. That was her first tour.
I wanted to see that.
I didn't realize
In a
that.
long time, or just ever.
I think she said that was her first. Maybe it was her first world tour.
Okay.
Well, I thought she said this was the first tour she'd been on.
We thought about. Remember, we brought this up last week. So your three is crazy. Your three are the people you saw. For us, our fourth person is somebody, or maybe two people you probably didn't see, like Michael Jackson and Prince.
I would love to see Mike.
So your fourth person, because we were just talking about this last week, like who's after Chris Brown now? In terms of younger, like who you name Usher, Beyonce, and Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Who else is that GOAT?
Who's
quote
next?
Oh,
unquote, who's next?
I don't think we got one yet.
So that's what I mean.
I don't think we have one, and if it ain't starting now, we probably gonna miss a couple decades.
I said the same thing.
We
I
probably
said I
gonna
don't
miss
think.
it. It's starting to get trash.
Yeah. The artist
I'm
development
sorry.
is not there
I
anymore.
can't think of anybody who I would go to their show and be like, I went to Detroit to see this man. I done seen him here. I'm trying to travel to Tennessee. That I would say, I'm gonna pay my dollars for the ticket. I'm gonna wait in line. I'm gonna pay my plane ticket, hotel, just to see that.
Because we going to Atlanta in October.
Yeah.
To see
To
Chris.
see Chris.
Yeah.
I tell my wife this. I say, look, dude is phenomenal. Okay, like it's amazing what he does.
Yeah.
For him to do a 3-hour show and dance and sing, for me that's impressive.
Yeah.
I still I'm going to give the slight edge to Usher, just because of, for me, it's the nostalgia of when I was in high school, grade school. I remember when his very first song.
Yeah.
I saw him 3 times perform. I saw him twice in Vegas, his residency, and I saw him here in Chicago. And to me, I still say it's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But number one, the number one
Yeah.
is Michael freaking Jackson.
I wish
It's nobody.
he would probably
number
be
one.
my number one.
And I say this, Beyonce, I don't care who you are. I've never seen a woman perform like that and she don't sweat.
No, for real. Because what
She wants that fan.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Beyonce
Beyonce
got
don't play
fans
about that fan.
everywhere. And
She don't play about that
You
fan.
see how her hair
Even
always
when she
flowing?
performing, it's just like she ain't sweating.
Them some turbo
Yeah.
fans.
I'm saying,
She don't play about her there.
But she go do her wardrobe change. She come right back on the stage, fucking 12-inch heels, and she be out there. I'm telling you, and she don't like miss a beat.
Yeah.
But she said they was practicing in heels at 14.
Yeah.
See?
Like they would run like the track in their heels to get their stamina up for when they perform on stage.
That's why for me, Michael Jackson talked about it, Usher talked about it, Beyonce talked about it. They are perfectionists.
Yes.
You have to be psychotic
Yes.
in a way to be perfect.
Next level.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the people who work for you
Yeah.
have to understand how you think.
Yeah.
Because if they can't get on board, your ass gone.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Another trick Beyonce said, because I'm in the Beehive now. She said that
Welcome,
their shoes, they especially when they was younger. Well, the higher heels, they made them rubber. They made
So it's easier to grip.
Yeah, so they wasn't like
okay.
slipping around.
Okay.
So they would get the bottom of the shoes like rubber heels.
And I just want to point out real quick, not that I'm a Virgo to nothing, but Michael Jackson and Beyonce are both Virgos.
Yes, they are.
So when you talk about work ethic
God.
and getting down
They
there
are.
and making it happen,
Yeah.
that's all.
Well,
We the goats.
Yeah.
well, Kotera, thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank
And,
y'all for
gotta come
having
back.
This has
me.
been fun.
Absolutely.
You got to
Yes.
come back.
Yeah, I tell them all the time, like, what we talking about? Let me know.
Yeah,
I'm
you
full
gotta
of-
come
You
back.
got to come
Yeah.
back. I figure those topics would be perfect for you because
Yes.
I know how you are when it comes to relationships, and you're very vocal.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're very
Yeah,
vocal.
because I got
So
something to say.
I know
So-
that's right.
let the people know where to find you on social media.
All right, you can find me on TikTok at Kotera Shop, Kotera Shop. Instagram, Kotera26, 26 is where you can find me. But I also do my podcast page. I'm no expert, but it's long. It's literally underscore. And that's what my podcast is like. I ain't no expert, but I know a lot about a little and a little about a lot. But that's what you can find me. But I do want to let y'all know, for the people who are interested in more information about the Do It Scare event, if you are out there interested in figuring out how to jump out there, whether it's content creating, whatever industry, we have a bunch of women in a bunch of different fields coming to talk about where they are, what they're doing, and how they got there, how they did it scared. I think it'll be a great event to come to. So
Where is it?
It's going to be in Bolingbrook
Okay.
next week on the 27th. www.doitscaremasterclass.com, where you can purchase the tickets. If you go on any of my social medias, you'll see that information there. I'm also going to be a panelist, so I'll be giving more information about doing it scared and TikToks and things like that. We would love to see you all come out.
That's
Nice.
what's up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, make sure everybody you follow us on Apple Podcasts, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe on Spotify. Make sure you follow us and subscribe on the YouTube page, Southside Pod. Make sure you follow the IG page, Southside Pod. Teach, you got any shout outs?
Just shout out everybody. We glad to be back. Shout out to those people who you guys watched last week and y'all was
Yeah.
encouraging us and telling us don't take no long break again. And we heard y'all, so we just good to be back. I thank you for coming for
Yes,
sure.
thank y'all for having
I
me,
enjoyed
for
the
sure.
conversation and I might come next week. I don't know. I might come to the event next Sunday.
Yeah.
We heard y'all loud and clear, listeners. We do appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Once again, we're at Sonic Palace Studio. All right, make sure if you, like I said, any aspiring musicians, look up Sonic Palace Studio. Get in tune with Sound Guy Mike. He'll take care of you. I'm Coach Mo. We got Tease. Episode 121.
Yes.
Be on the lookout for it. See y'all next week.
Peace.